What's guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're tracking to the 4th episode of Koikimo. This one's titled On This Holy Night. Didn't think we were going that far into the year, but apparently we are, I guess. I guess there's going to be something to do with Christmas and New Year's and stuff like that. I don't think we were that far along, but maybe we are. So yeah, again, this show just... in theory, it shouldn't work. It kind of does, just because of the characters that we've got. It's a shame about the audio quality. I really still have no idea why the audio quality is the way it is when it comes to voice lines. I don't think it was intentional, but since they all seem to be recorded ahead of time, there's not really much they can do to really fix them. They're not terrible, like to the point where you can not really understand any voices at all, but if you have volume lower like I do, I don't have these on max volume most of the time because I need to hear myself talk and hear myself... because if I can't hear myself talk, I feel like, obviously, I shout more, and then that ruins my own audio for my recordings, whereas the volume I've got now is perfect because I can hear the anime episode, I can talk over it, and feel like it's a good balance. But that often throws up issues when your sound mixing is a bit off. For example, Promised Neverland, the OP, when lowered to that volume, really sounds terrible, and then obviously this audio is even harder to hear because of the way it's been recorded, and naturally they're kind of quiet and echoey voices, which doesn't translate well. But even so, I'm enjoying this so much. Didn't expect to, but here we are. We're a third of the way through the series almost already, once we complete this, because it's only a 12-episoder, so we're already a third of the way through our first anime of the season, which is bizarre. But hey, it's going by so quickly. It just shows how much you enjoy it, right? So last time we had Ichika with a cold, and Ryo had to... well, he didn't have to, but he wanted to help her as soon as he learnt of it. He also gave her a study guide so that she can pass her next, I think it was a math test. Yeah, I think it was math. I saw like sine and cosine rules on there. And yeah, it was just kind of, it just works. We also got introduced to, what was his name? Was it Kai? Yes, Kai Tamura. Tamaru, sorry, not Tamura. Tamaru is a classmate and potential love triangle-ness here. Well, maybe not love triangle, but rival, her love interest. I don't know if Ichika would see him that way necessarily. She's starting to accept Ryo. Like, starting is obviously not quite anywhere yet, but she's starting to actually be like, you know, yeah, I kind of like him. Like, he's tolerable almost. And she's thankful for him, and she realized that when she said, oh, you're just pulling me along, aren't you? She realized how hurtful that could be to him, so she actually apologized for that, and he was very much hurt by that, because he was like, oh, I guess it does seem like that, huh? Which is fair. It's a very real fear, and normally in this type of scenario, you'd expect him to be pulling her along, but he actually is genuine with this, with the brief bits of information we're getting. Which is why I liked Ryo and Masuda's scene so much, is because he was like, he was opening up to Masuda about this, which is kind of interesting. Because mostly, characters don't open up about their feelings to other people until it's far too late, and they've made a mistake. So, for Ryo to open up so early was a breath of fresh air in a way for a romance-type show. But we have basically introduced all our main characters except for the one that Kana Hanazawa is playing, which looks to be on Ryo's side. So maybe we'll meet her today, or we'll meet her a little later, I'm not sure. But she's the only main character, well, main character in our troupe that's yet to be met. So we've got our 3 high schoolers, we've almost got our 3 adults, essentially. So kind of interesting to see what kind of character she ends up getting. So, anyway, gonna load the episode up here because I'm starting late today and I would like to get into this. So, as per usual, these are time-based form actions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture-in-picture actions I do on the channel, which is everything from the seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows, such as Lock Horizon, World Trigger, and Symphonia G. We also have movie reactions with Where Review Movie coming later this month. Might be Saturday. Might be next Monday. Not sure where, but it's going to be on one of those 2 dates. I will announce it on Discord when we get there, which is also linked in the description. But here on YouTube, we do time based, so bottom left of the screen, I'll see a time of the episode. I count it down 3, 2, 1, play. Then play Sai episode, Sai episode, and we should be in sync. We'll watch this one on Crunchyroll since they're the ones who licensed it. No logos or anything, we're just straight into the episode. Looks like we're looking at part of the school right now. Some of the classrooms, maybe. And yeah, you can use screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scene's transitioning. It should help you sync it up quite nicely. And with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Naughty boy. Christmas is coming up again. And class trip, okay. He's gonna describe Ryu. Okay. Come back down to earth now. I'm sure you do prefer older gentlemen. That's a lot older. I didn't think you go that older, but sure. Oh boy, what is Ichika's type? What's she gonna say? That is very vague. The exact opposite of Ryo. Isn't that basically Kai? Yeah. What a coincidence indeed. Yeah. Oh, he totally heard all that. Where's your type? Of course. Yeah. I think there would be. Ah. OP time. One of the best bops of the season, for sure. This season we got a couple of good bops. The one I keep coming back to, though, is Shadow House's ED. I keep coming back to that one. I need to find the full version of this as well. Such a bop. I still love the fact that they're both shopping in each other's respective locations. I still love that. On this holy night. Oh boy. Just for viewing. Oh. Oh boy. What could it possibly be? Well. Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, the image couldn't be further. Wow. He basically is a middle school boy at this point. Hmm. Oh boy. We have received some dangerous intel. Can I help? Sneasel, isn't it? Yeah. Going home club, maybe? Oh, literary club. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. Yeah, that's adorable. Not so much adorable. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh boy. Mm. How does she feel at this point? There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Wow, just straight up. Okay. He really isn't trying to hide it. And the misunderstanding has started. Because you're very interested. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fair. You can't beat this tag team. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think you started to like her as well. Hmm. Hey, Christmas time. Super song. Oh shit! Actually thinking of it. Okay. And for the study guide, yeah, perfect timing, right? Yeah, you. Mm-hmm. I mean, guess the brother's gonna have pretty much the exact conversation with the sister in a bit after this. I bet. Wonder what we got in the end. Yep. Knew it. Yep. Yeah, but it's different. It's a point, actually. uh. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh. Hmm. Okay. Wonder what the list is. We don't get to see it, obviously. Hmm. What do they get for her? It's gonna be something sumo related, basically, at this point. Tickets to a live sumo match? I think she'd enjoy that. Hmm. Hmm. Who is it? I must leave. Boy, gotta love rumor mills. How wrong they can get it. What the hell? Uh. Hmm. Yep. Retreat. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder what it's gonna be. Part of me thinks it might be like a new pen or something, like a special pen. Oh, okay, that works too. That works, yeah. Hmm. Actually, use it. Yes. That's going to start whole new rumors as well to have that. Wow. Limited edition as well. uh, not quite the reaction I think he was expecting, but yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. Needs to decide what to give her. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be both of them. Yep. Hmm. Okay. That was such a good episode. Can't believe we're already gone past Christmas though. Wonder if next one's gonna be New Year's or something. That would make the most sense, really. New Year's is very, very important in romance type stories. As is Christmas, obviously. And we did meet Hanazawa's character slightly. Not for an extended period, but we met her at least. Pilgrimage? Not where I expected that to go. Didn't expect it to go pilgrimage at all. That's completely. I have no idea where that's going then. Absolutely no idea. Yeah, good episode. Another very, very good episode. This was probably the most. This is probably the most restraint we've seen from Ryo. Like a lot of the other episodes, he's been very pushy and aggressive in the way he's approached her. But this has probably been the most like normal, as it were, that we've seen him. Like he still had his moments, obviously, but he was basically just another guy who's in love with a girl. That all it boiled down to for the course of that episode. And I think as time goes on, we might see that distinction between Ryo and Ichika kind of change. Also, with the pace in which we're going through this story, at least on a time scale, we might end up We might end up getting to a point where she graduates. That would be kind of interesting if we got that far. Because the manga is finished. It finished a couple of weeks ago. The last volume of the manga came out during this adaptation. So I don't know if this is necessarily going to be a full adaptation. Can you adapt 8 volumes, aka 57 chapters, into a full 12 season OVA? Or ONA, I should say, not OVA. I don't know. Pacing so far has been really, really good. It feels like we've got everything. Feels like we've got everything that we need. But yeah, it's it's just this shouldn't work. This show should not work with the direction it's going, but it just does, and I can't explain it. I really, really, really cannot explain how this works so much. It's down to the characters and the way they're portrayed, for certain. I wish the audio was fixed for them, so we actually got the proper performance, because I don't think this was intentional to have this stylized audio. I don't think so. It was a very weird choice if it was, but... yeah, like, I really like Ryo. Like, he is a competent male lead. Yes, it's a weird circumstance to find himself in, but he is being... he hasn't really crossed too much of a boundary yet. And I don't think he ever will. I don't think he ever will cross too far across the line that is expected of a situation like this. So, it is what it is, and like I said... it's funny that we get both this and Higehiro on the same day, 2 shows with very similar idea concepts, but taking it in 2 very, very different directions. This one's playing up the comedy aspect of what this situation is. Higehiro is actually being somewhat genuine with it and trying to be true to life in the way it's portrayed. At least so far. We'll see what the 3rd episode does later, but it's just kind of funny we get both of these on the same day in the same season. To see how you can take a similar story idea and portray it in 2 very different ways, and still both of them work out well. So, I know this series, and to an extent Higehiro as well, will always be bashed because it is discussing a story between 27-year-old and a 17-year-old high schooler. It's like, it's always going to be bashed for that by Western standards, because, yeah. But I think you've got to take a step back from that and actually look at how it's being portrayed and then make a judgment. You can't just say, oh, 27-year-old trying to date 17-year-old, therefore bad. Like, you can't just blanket it as that. Especially in the case of Higehiro, because it's definitely going a different direction, at least so far. I'm sure she'll probably end up falling in love with him in some way, and he might kind of feel that way with her, but I don't think he'll ever commit to that. I think he'll understand that he can't commit to that. But, you know. It is what it is. I'm really enjoying this series, so I'm going to keep watching it because it's very, very enjoyable. And like I said, to have a competent male lead in a romance-type show, it's a rarity, so we enjoy it whilst we can. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Spring 2021 lineup you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.